Just ever since 2 weeks ago, what have the last 2 weeks been like for you and I guess the rest of the program?
Yeah, it's really just time that we wanted to play. Like, I wish we could have played the very next day and just get that feeling out of our mouth. Coach Giddens talked about it. Like, we're 2 plays away this season from being the #1 team in the country. So this one felt really good. Definitely in halftime there was a lot of discussions amongst us players, and felt like we missed out on a critical opportunity in the first half. So it felt really good to get back in the win column, and hopefully we can just continue to stack these.
How do you feel like the guys around you stepped up with Trey out?
Yeah, I thought we did a great job. I thought the coaches did a great job scheming up these past 2 weeks and just getting in different sets that we haven't been in a lot this year. And I was super proud of a lot of guys stepping up, especially how about Micah Davis making a huge third down conversion, and I felt like that was a play that really kind of changed the momentum of the game. So guys knew the role this week, and I thought they did a great job of handling it and making plays for me. I didn't get sacked today, did I get sacked? No? Shout out line.
What did you see or do or change from that first half to the second half? It just felt like y'all were much more comfortable, and for you, much more crisper with your receivers.
Yeah, I thought the second drive of the game, I don't know, I made some bad decisions, and then I felt from then on, I felt like we moved the ball up and down the field really the whole game. I mean, the last 2 drives were just trying to run clock, but instead of that, or other than those, I felt like we moved the ball a lot. We just didn't score touchdowns in the red zone, and I feel like that's kind of been the issue for us this season. So, we knew what we had to do, and we just took it play by play in the second half and was able to execute in the red zone and hit some big plays.
I guess I know tight end play has kind of been a topic this season, as far as kind of being seldom as far as the passing game goes. But with Trey going down, them stepping up, having over 120 yards or so, just how good was it to kind of see them step up to the table?
Well, I love throwing to them. They're extremely great players. They do amazing things with the ball in their hands. So I was happy that we were able to scheme some things up and get them the ball, especially us attacking the middle of the field. I feel like that's kind of been something that we've lacked. So I was really happy of our ability to do that, and those guys made really good plays and explosive plays.
You guys' defense had 9 sacks today. Just when the defense is able to do those sorts of things, how does that impact the offense?
Well, I mean, I've said this, like, it sucks going against them. So I was really happy with how they played, especially that second half of getting after the quarterback. And, we even could have had a few more. But they did a great job and completely took over the game in the second half.
Jaxson, you mentioned you guys just obviously like settling in more on offense and the drives and being able to execute there later. But what was kind of the mood in the locker room at the half like?
Not good. Not good at all. I think a lot of us were just, honestly pissed off. We felt like we should be up a lot more points. I feel like that could have been a few times this season in other games. So definitely was, look in the mirror moment for us. And I was really happy with how the guys, came out in the second half, and I loved how we were able to score on that first drive in the second half.
Oklahoma is a good defense in the SEC. You guys kind of did this sugar huddle kind of thing where you would hold the linemen back, you would send your receivers out, and you would hustle to the line so they couldn't get those calls in. Just kind of talk about, the adjustments that you guys made doing that this year, or doing that this week, and how that helped you guys, keep their defense from making those adjustments.
Yeah, I thought we did some good stuff. I thought the coaches did amazing jobs with calling in the plays and kind of just, making it our tempo for the rest of the game. So I thought they did a really good job.
Jaxson, you mentioned that the mood in the locker room at halftime was not good. Who kind of stepped up and what was said amongst the leaders to go out there and have that second half performance?
Honestly, I'm just going to keep that in the locker room.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Off the back of that, obviously, you get the win, you get that sour taste out of your mouth. Just how good does that feel to know that the season now and your hopes and dreams of what the season can be is still in front of you?
Yeah, I said it in the locker room, like, I want to get used to this feeling. And I think that everybody from the staff to the players can all agree with that. So we got a really big challenge coming up for us next week, and we got to continue to stack these.
Jaxson, did you think Watkins had scored there?
Yeah, man, the refs be hating sometimes, man.
I imagine he's had quite the week. Just I imagine been in touch with him. Just what have his emotions been like this week? He just became a father too.
Yeah, yeah, he's had a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure he hasn't been able to get a ton of sleep either. But I think that as a team, like, we were super excited for him and kind of rallied around him, and he had an amazing 2 weeks of practice and really elevated his game. With usually last year he was playing in the slot, and this year he's playing on the outside, and I think that just shows how good of a player he is. He can play anywhere on the field, and at times we even played him at tight end last year. So he does so many great things for us, and he's a great leader. So the more that we can get him involved, really just makes our offense a whole lot better. And then shout out to his girl too.
Jaxson, earlier this week, Coach Lane Kiffin really spoke about how you guys approach games and focusing more on yourselves. Do you feel like the team really bought in today and did that, and how do you guys continue to do that throughout the season?
Sorry, can you ask me that one more time?
Yeah, Coach Lane Kiffin was talking more about approaching games and how to focus more on yourselves instead of your opponent. Just, how well do you think the team did that today, and how do you continue to do that throughout the season?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. I've said this, like, the games that we've lost, like, we've been the ones to hurt ourselves. So I felt like there hasn't been a better team than us on the field, especially when we go back and watch the tape. But, I think that Coach Kiffin hit it right on the head. Like, we got to worry about ourselves, and every 11 guy, or all the 11 guys on the field got to worry about their individual jobs, getting that stuff done, play in and play out. Every play is independent. And I'm glad that how we were able to rally and kind of have that be our main focus, especially in that second half.
What'd you think of Julius Bulow at right tackle, and when did you know he was going to be starting there?
That's just how we've been practicing. Thought he did a great job tonight. Obviously, I didn't get sacked, so I'm really pumped about that. He's been a great player, plays all around the offensive line for us, and has been a huge addition to our team. And, I was really proud and felt comfortable back there. Thanks, Jaxson. Appreciate y'all.